Mate, great to be in your space.
Brilliant. Thank you for coming.
It's honestly so exciting. When I reached out to you, it was like, you've just blown up over it just feels like James Busby on Instagram has been huge. And a lot of that has been consultation.
Yeah. I would say, yeah. Thank you.
Let's kick off then. Take me back to that very first day of that consultation video. Was it the consultation?
Yeah, it was first time. Yeah. So I started in 2022 in the summer, filming on TikTok and Instagram and doing loads of different hair content and just trying stuff out and almost kind of copying what was already out there, thinking that would help me sort of build a bit of a profile. And I wasn't really sure on what I was doing, just try and make something work, basically. And then one day I just filmed a consultation randomly. I just thought, right, I'll do that. And it worked really, really well. I didn't film an ending. It wasn't very well put together. It was all a bit all over the place, but it blew up massively.
So that one
video, yeah. So it was, I remember it. So it was fireworks night in November 2022. Yeah. And I posted it on a Saturday afternoon after being in here cutting hair. And we had a party at my mum and dad's house. And I got 21,000 followers from like 2,000 followers on Instagram in a day, in a night. And you're just going bang, 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 bang. My phone was just going mad. I was like, oh my God, this is mental. And then, never experienced anything like that before.
And, I will ask you that question. You didn't help push that out? You didn't pay for
No.
lights?
I just did it. I just put it out.
All natural.
Natural, authentic. Yeah. All the things people say, right?
Absolutely. So you done that. What was your Instagram and TikTok like before that video? Was you already what some would say an influencer?
No, far from it. I wouldn't even say that now, really. But that's the coin term, isn't it? Yeah.
I think we all understand that word. So we kind of go with the influencer.
Yeah, but that's the word. Yeah. So I'd say no. It was literally just a mishmash of things of me trying to make something work, basically, and lots of little hair education stuff. A few little things like talking about products, that kind of thing. And then the consultation one was obviously what worked. And that's what I've done for the last 3 years.
So that moment that you've done that video and it's gone viral.
Yeah.
That's like so many people dream of that moment.
Yes.
And that was in 2022. Do you think that would be possible today in 2025 if you'd done the same thing today?
I think it was a new thing. I saw a few little videos similar to it in America. So I kind of did sort of jump on that. And it kind of brought it over here a little bit and pushed it out slightly. I'd say it would probably work now, but there's so many people that do it, and it's your own personality, right? Which is what makes it work. It's not sometimes always about what the haircut is. It's the people really like. A lot of people that come to me from the videos, I get so many clients from it. It's all about what the women especially see emotionally within inside it. You're listening to me, you're hearing what I want, and you can give me what I need, and that's, I think, why it's quite powerful.
I think what's interesting as well, when we think back to the salon, the Channel 4, fly on the wall, kind of stuff. It was that kind of content that people like seeing. So I guess a consumer likes seeing that.
But what you just touched on, to go back slightly, Salon Channel 4, that's what got me into hairdressing.
Okay.
That's the reason I started doing it. I used to love that program.
How many people got into hairdressing because of the salon?
Probably a lot. But
what was it that you saw about it then? So now we're there, you take me back to that.
Yeah, so I watched that program and I was just like, this is so good. This is what I want to do. I was at school. I was like, it just seems, for me, I can't sit still. So that environment is like, right.
Pushing you to the limits doing this.
Yeah, no, this is good. I can do it. I'll move my hands a lot. But it's you, right? So it's like, that's like an environment. It looks very kind of like you're on a stage, right? You're on a show. It's kind of always that. And I don't know, it just felt it spoke to me in some sort of way.
Because that is always the thing. And it's a question that I hear so often in interviews and podcasts. Yeah. How did you get into hairdressing?
Yeah.
And you fell in love with it. I just loved hair and salon environments. Yeah. But take this in the rightest way, and please, listener, take this in the rightest of ways when I say this. But you seem quite a laddie type of.
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of in that Lee Stafford mould.
Right, okay.
Paul Merritt.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So was hairdressing completely off the radar? Was your eyes even open to the industry before the salon? And what made you watch the salon?
Good question. I don't really know when I think about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think I was always a very hands-on person. And I just liked the idea when it was something about it that I just saw, and I was like, maybe because Paul Merritt is the guy from the salon, right? Maybe I saw a bit of myself.
Paul guy.
Yeah, I saw a bit of I like his vibe, and I've always kind of liked how he is as a person. So maybe it's jumping into that element of it and seeing I can sort of see a bit of myself doing this. this makes sense to me. From someone who was always at school and didn't know what to do, I was always at school being told, what are you going to do? You don't know anything in all the bottom classes. What do I do? And it's a bit, and then that you see something like, right, it's something I can run with and actually achieve something in my life, right?
So that spark moment happened. What did you do about that? So did you just think, oh, I think I quite like this hairdressing?
Yeah.
Take me back to how you went about finding that job. What did you look for? What was your goal? What was your ambition? Where were you going to go with this?
So I just thought, well, I need to go. I'm not going to go to college. I don't want to go to uni. I'm going to go and get a job. So I was like, right, for now I can do an apprenticeship. Looked at lots of apprenticeships in lots of different salons. Went and found an apprenticeship that I did. And I went to a few different places, and there was one that was really close to where I lived. So it's Headmasters.
Yeah, we know Headmasters.
Yeah, UK, yeah. So I trained with them. And
great salon group.
Fantastic, right? Fantastic for learning. I learned an awful lot from them. There's a lot more I can tell you about them from how I grew as a person, as a hairdresser. And they offered a really good apprenticeship scheme, and they paid you. And yeah, I got to be around some great people that I learned a lot from, basically.
So you say you're around these people, you got some great experiences from that. What are challenges as well in that period, as you know, as a trainee hairdresser?
Yeah.
What are periods of like, is this career offering me enough? Maybe take me through a little bit of your thoughts.
Mindset. Really, when I think about it, I'm not too sure if I did think like that, to be honest. I've always grabbed something and ran. So I wouldn't say that.
So how did you do that then? You just sort of grabbed something and you ran with it?
Yeah, I was like,
what are you grabbing and what are you running with?
Yeah. I feel I'm very intuitive as a person. So this just feels right. This is what I need to do. And as soon as I started watching, I've always loved watching people cut hair. And as soon as I started watching people cut hair as an assistant, I was like, this just seems great. I could do this all day.
You say cutting hair.
Yeah.
Why did you kind of with cutting? Because you didn't mention colouring.
No, yeah. It's never been my best friend, colour.
Right.
Yeah.
In an industry that probably over the last 15, 20 years has been, colours become the sexy part of the industry.
Yeah.
Where did you, what was it about cutting and not colouring?
I think from how my brain works and just understanding myself, I can do a whole, like a painting, you can do it and it's finished and it's done. You know that person's happy. You know they left, it's good. It's signed off. That's it. Next, please. Whereas colour, you got to do it. You got to watch. You got to go away. So I struggle putting it and walking away.
Yeah, I get
the mindset of it.
Yeah.
I still do a little bit and I understand it. And I really am inspired by people who are super passionate about it and just love doing colour, because then you can partner with them and do great things. But for me, cutting's just similar to yourself. You're in it in that moment. And I think the best thing I've found from just life in general, the more present you are, the better you feel. And cutting for me is a very meditative, present experience.
Explain that. What do you mean? Go deeper into that. The more present you are, the better you feel. I think that's an important thing for you.
So I think without getting too deep into life things, but I think I'm quite a deep thinker, and we are very, it's always like, I want to be happy, I want to be this, I want to be that. But sometimes you just need to be present in what you're doing. And when I cut hair, I'm very present and very aware and just focusing on that. I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm just doing that.
That's an interesting one, because a lot of us that are behind the chair with the intensity of working with a client, you know, there's an energy pool, isn't there?
Of course.
Some people are up, some people are down, and wherever that person is, I always say you've got to be slightly elevated to that person. How do you work when you're behind the chair? Are you a quiet worker? Are you naturally a conversation? What's it like when you work behind the chair?
I'm very conversationalist, I would say, and I try and make people feel as comfortable as possible from the moment they walk in, because I get a lot of people from social media that potentially haven't met before.
So a lot of your clients, and to them, you're quite a star to them, because I know you wouldn't see yourself.
Yeah, but they've met me already online, right?
Yeah.
So they know who I am. But they come in as like, oh, you're right, and I don't know who you are. But then you have to really build into that, find out who they are, get their feeling, find out what they want, and just try and make them feel as comfortable and as listened to as possible. Yeah, really.
So you're very good. Pull yourself away from it. And look, I could go into the consultation.
No,
I want to get to that.
Yeah.
Maybe more about like your video content. Because as I said, that's where it blew up, was the consultation. But I think the one thing that I'm always interested of is like when we're in our early part of our career, and, you know, we're starting out 17, 18. What did success look like to you back then?
At that age? In the future or at that point?
Both.
Okay.
Let's start with the future.
I would say the future success would be choosing what I could do daily and not having to do things I didn't want to do. So that's just like the short version of that. Whether it was never really like own a salon, do this, have certain things. It's more the freedom to do what I want within whatever space I'm doing. Does that answer your question?
And I'm going to argue it does.
Okay.
Are you there?
No.
So if James is looking at you now and looking in, because I quite often think this about myself.
Yeah.
Would he look in of one of, you've really done brilliant, James. We should have been further ahead.
So I have this conversation myself all the time.
Right.
When I'm having a bad day, I will say like, I say like your younger self will be very happy with what you've done.
Yeah.
But you're on the right path, is what I would say.
So you're on that journey.
I feel I'm on the right path. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
I get likewise. I think it's an interesting one, isn't it? You look at the path, because I think it's the exciting part is the journey. Certainly when we're
I would
starting.
agree. Yeah.
And you said, back then or in the future. So what does success look like to you back then?
Back then was being qualified quickly, so I could just not be an assistant anymore and start getting into realms outside of being in the salon. So what can I else?
Why did you want to do that?
Because I like being in the salon, but again, I can't sit still, and I need to be outside a lot and finding other things going on. So the salon's good, but you need to like go to either it's like shows or traveling here or doing that, seeing where else
Did you do that?
Yes. Yeah, loads of different things. So I sort of not weaseled my way, but I made the connections to get in, basically.
Because I'm guessing you would as well, being at Headmasters, who are very into the industry, aren't they? Their shows are educational.
Yeah.
I think when I'm thinking about our listener or our viewer, and what advice would you give to maybe a 18, 19-year-old, 20, 25, and they're kind of plateaued in their career?
Yeah.
Getting out there.
Yeah.
And doing what you said, get out, because I think a lot of people want that. What advice would you give to that person?
It's different now because I've done it for 22 years. So it's looking. I mean, now I would probably then I would say go and just chat to people and get them to know you and get into everything and just do what you can. But now I probably would just film your journey of what you're doing. I would literally get your phone and just be like, I'm so-and-so, I've done hair this long, and just start filming and documenting as much as you can as possible. Nothing is boring content. It will always build a sort of a persona. And then over time, once you build and you gain that attention, you would be able to branch out and people be interested and want to get hold of you. And you see it now with so many things. There's loads of hairdressers I follow where you can see that happening. I'm
going to go into you're a bit involved in TV, but there is maybe one characteristic that comes through. One, you come over as a really humble guy, very, don't see myself in this light at all.
Yeah.
But did you look at hairdressing and think I could get wealth out of hairdressing?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And how was you going to do that?
Well, I thought I was going to get loads of salons. Was one goal.
So we've now got that ambition part.
Yeah, always ambitious. Yeah, I can't sit still for too long. I have to. There's always a goal. I've always had goals to hit all the time. Yeah, how can I get into this or that, or what's the next stage?
So by becoming a salon owner, and then owning a lot of
salons. I'll get 10 salons, then it's fine.
Yeah,
I've got 10 salons, but that's not what happened.
Has that happened?
No.
Have you come close?
No.
Have you owned a salon?
I had one salon.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had a franchise.
So a franchise of what salon group?
So that was Headmasters. Yeah, so I had a franchise with them for 10 years.
So you've gone through the training with Headmasters?
Yeah, so long story short, went through training with them. I got into the art team of Headmasters. I was one of the art directors for a few years.
Good.
Which is good, right? So it all worked out well. I did lots of different things. Did like Britain's Next Top Model, Project Catwalk, lots of different programs.
Is that working with Headmasters?
With Headmasters, yeah. And then there was a lady called Zoe Irwin.
Yes.
Yeah, you know Zoe, right?
I know Zoe.
Yeah, so Zoe's fantastic. I learned so much from her. I was her assistant for about 18 months through Headmasters. And that was an incredible experience. And I did lots of stuff with her. And then did a few art directing stuff. And then me and my best mate, we got a salon together.
So you went with best.
Yeah.
So did Headmasters just take me back to that moment that opportunity happened? Did you make that opportunity happen, or? Yeah,
we pushed it. Yeah. I mean, they were they're growing at the time. This is 2011, 2012.
Dummy question as well. Sorry,
you go for it. Yeah.
But a lot of people we'll just think everybody knows what a franchise salon is.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't know. What does that mean to have a franchise salon?
So you've got the name of a well-known company. their franchises operate in many different ways. So there's that. But this one particularly worked in the way of, it was our sort of salon. We paid them for the name, a percentage, and then we ran it as our own and put
under the
headmaster's banner, all the training, everything, marketing, everything.
Did you feel restricted with being a franchise?
Not at first, but it did start to after a while. But then that's just learning and building with it.
Why did it start to feel like that?
It was just, I think, maybe I was only 24 when I opened it. Yeah, so they're young.
Business guy? Were you a business guy?
Not really. No, I have become one now from life, but never really not. And but you learn, right? I've always been, you jump in deep end and seeing what happens, right? And it was fine. It all worked out. But, it's not necessarily.
Yeah.
We didn't agree on stuff, basically.
So you done the license, the franchise. Good times?
Amazing. Yeah, amazing
Were
times.
you becoming wealthier?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
Earning good money?
Yeah, allowed me to buy a house. So there you go, right?
So you're kind of thinking, well, that's going great.
Yeah, it's going great. What do we do?
But you've not got it now?
No, we got rid of it. I sold it, yeah. Well, gave it back, walked away.
Can I ask what led you to that?
Yeah, so short version is, had it with my friend at the time. He wanted out, so I bought his half out. Okay. And then COVID happened. That was all fine. And then it was after 10 years, you have to sign up for another 5-year agreement. There's a lot of stipulations and stuff, which you have to put some more money in and do various things, which I personally didn't feel comfortable with at the time, mainly because it was becoming quite a struggle to employ people to work in the salon. There's no self-employed balance there. So you had to, I think, as it's changed and as it has changed, a lot less people are being employed in big salons like that. So I didn't feel comfortable.
So you were seeing that shift?
Personally, I didn't feel comfortable investing money and my time into that.
So, and where was the headmasters that you had?
Where was it? Yeah. It was in Farnham.
Right,
so Guildford Farnham way, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's a fantastic place, amazing, and it is amazing. But I just felt my mindset wasn't in the right way to put it forward in the right direction. I wouldn't do it justice.
Yeah.
So I have to just move away from it, basically.
How did you feel from moving away from it?
Oh, massive breakdown. Not good.
Really?
Yeah, massively. Well, it's what I've done, the whole of my hairdressing. I've done other things, but I'd started with them, did lots of stuff, jumped back and forward, and then sort of fully invested. So I was almost slightly institutionalized to it in a way. And then you leave it and it's like, oh, right, what do I do?
Okay. What do you do?
Yeah. have a mild breakdown.
Did it affect your mental health?
Oh, massively. Yeah. Oh, big time.
This is what none of us see.
Yeah.
How did that affect your mental health?
I wouldn't say, I think it was just, right, what do I do? I've done this for so long.
So was this during COVID?
No, this is end of 2021. So it's like the end of COVID, basically. Okay. So it's like October, November. It's like, right, cool, I'm 34. What do I do? Do I carry on doing hairdressing? Do I get another salon?
Did you just think?
Do I go and work somewhere? What do I do? And
what did people tell you to do? Did you look to anybody particular?
Oh yeah, lots of people told me lots of things. And then, as me being me, I just don't listen to anyone. It's like,
is that a part of your personality?
Huge part of my personality. I hate being told what to do. Yeah. I'll take on advice, but it's a bit like I've just got to do what's right for me, because the older you get, the more you live life, the more you understand that you do have to intuitively do what you think is right. That's normally the best direction. But I tried a few other little things out, and then
So what did you try out?
I tried out, a mate of mine sells windows and has done very well from it in a big company, and they were doing a lot of stuff with like solar panels and various other things. So I tried that out for a few months, didn't really feel good about it because I can talk to people, so I thought but it was just something that didn't sit well with me at all. And then I started working here, just doing some of the clients that I had left.
And where are we?
Walton-on-Thames, Union Hair. Yeah. So I started doing some stuff here, just renting a chair and doing some clients that I still had from the salon, because they travelled. It's a bit of a 40-minute journey from Farnham. So 10 years worth of clients I've built up there. It's like, right, do I stay there? I live round here in Walton-on-Thames. Do I drive back every day? What do I do? It's all too much, right? And I can get overwhelmed quite quickly. So anyway, I started doing that. People coming in.
A bit of your trait, get overwhelmed?
Hugely, yeah. Have to go for like a decompression walk every now and again. Just
Yeah,
to,
honestly, it's like mental.
Yeah,
And
right.
it clears the head.
yeah, you have to, right? Otherwise, what I call spiral.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, you spiral, right?
Yeah.
You're like, right, I've got to stop and then do it. And then, anyway, started doing the clients in here. And then was like, right, I'll just build myself up here. And that was sort of beginning of 2022.
Did it feel good? You know,
Yeah, it was
did you
good,
feel
yeah.
like, you know, I've had a franchise
Yeah.
on a Headmasters.
Yeah.
And, I'm the man in
Yeah.
pharmacy.
Massively. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you would feel like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Reps want to know you.
Yeah, yeah,
Media,
yeah.
people want to know you. Suddenly you're
No one
solo.
cares. Yeah, yeah.
Did you feel that?
Oh,
And
massively.
do you think
Yeah.
maybe other solo hairdressers who have had bigger salons
Yeah.
could experience this as we see more and more salon owners closing?
Yeah, it's like a kick to the ego, big time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're not that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
perceived
Yeah,
as
yeah, of
you would
course.
see it.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you do, James?
Yeah.
I'm a self-employed
Yeah,
hairdresser.
yeah. Which isn't bad.
Did anybody
but you
care,
feel-
though?
No, no one cares. No one really cares. But you just how you feel and what you've
How
got to
did
do.
the financial part then go from?
Yeah.
Because I'm going back. You
Yeah.
picked up on.
Yeah.
I want to be wealthy. I want to have loads of
yeah,
salons,
yeah.
and you've got a franchise salon. I always wanted a Tony and Guy.
Yeah.
But that's what I wanted, or
Yeah.
what I felt I wanted.
Yeah.
Was it a hit on you financially when you? Came
Yeah,
away
it does. Yeah, I mean, I didn't earn money for a good few months, but like anything, you can overcome those
Too many
things.
debts.
Not too bad. No. But it all balances out in the end, so it's fine. But then once you get it going, it's just, you're sort of playing catch up for a little bit, right? So.
And you're married. Your partner got children.
Yeah. Me and my wife got 3 boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was that for as what you would feel
Yeah.
is, God, this is so important to our family.
Yeah.
How did that impact your own sort of home life?
It wasn't too bad because my wife, she's an amazing person and she knows me probably better than I know myself. So she's like, you just need to get away from the salon.
Yeah.
You need to do something else.
Okay.
So that was quite a strong,
So that was
motivator.
nice. That gave you that.
Oh, yeah,
fit,
yeah.
like,
She's
so-
incredibly supportive. So I'm good there.
So you've come in.
Yeah.
You're now, and here we are in this lovely space.
Yes.
Really nice, comfortable, feels great.
Yeah.
Not too big.
No.
How would you say, before we get to the social media,
Yeah, of
how are you
course.
finding this working solo
Yeah.
in this space? Is it offering you enough? Is it giving you enough? I mean, talk me through it all.
It's good at the current moment of keeping it going, but I won't be able to keep doing this and sustain myself like this forever, just from a creative, mental perspective.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got to expand into other things.
And where could that be?
I don't know. I've thought about lots of different stuff, but obviously with social media, it's how I can push it into other things and what I can create, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of got us here. And James Busby, I reached out to you. I said,
Yeah,
James,
yeah.
I'm so keen to come and chat to
Yeah,
you
yeah.
because I feel you set something massive in our industry.
Oh, really?
The consultation behind
Okay.
it. Did you see
Appreciate it.
anybody else doing this?
I saw it a little bit in some barbershops in America on TikTok.
Right.
And
So
that's what I
you
kind of
saw
saw.
it.
Yeah, I saw like little quick ones. And I was like, well, I'm just going to do longer ones and just see what happens. Because my mate at the time worked at TikTok. And I was like, I've got this idea. Yeah. He's like, I was like, I've got this idea. He worked in the TikTok shop stuff. I was like, I've got this idea. I'm going to do like really long form things. He's like, mate, it's just not going to work. Just don't waste your time. And I was like, oh.
So what you were thinking, like educational
Yeah,
kind of?
no, just like doing like what I did with the talking. Like I was like, I'm just going to do a couple. He's like, don't do it. It won't work. It's too long.
He
TikTok.
told you not to do it?
Yeah, and that to me is like, I'll do it. And then that's the fire I need to be told no. And I was like, okay, and then I'll just do it. And obviously a bit of a fly on the wall, like the Salon, Channel 4. When you watch a lot of those old programs, it's
Was you
basically
almost a bit
it's basically what
inspired
it
by
is.
the Salon?
Yeah,
Did you
that's
think
literally
that?
it. I was like, how can I create that? Because I really wanted to. When I left the salon, I was like, if I get a salon, I can just put cameras everywhere, get people working in it, and we'll just film the whole thing, which seems simple, as you know. And then when you think about actually doing it, it's a lot of money, a lot of investment, a lot of time.
I'll put this to you before we get to the video. But I know they said on TikTok, and a couple of quite good gurus have said just setting up a live and just letting a live go on TikTok is goes huge.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
I've done a few lives on TikTok.
Just let the camera roll.
Just let the camera roll. But really, you need to interact. And it's quite hard to keep stopping and interacting. So I've thought of a few other ways of doing it. But yeah, live is the way forward.
So when you do these videos, talk me through and talk my listener through how you do this and what's your purpose of this.
Yeah. So the initial purpose was to just learn and help grow social media. And now it's really good for brand deals.
Right. Okay.
So obviously brands like it, and that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's good for bringing in clients and just keeping it going as a whole thing, and showing off from a business side, and just showing the variety of what people can have done, basically.
Do you really need to bring in more clients though through it?
Not really, no. My wife would say, she would agree with probably what you're saying, but it's because my main source of income comes from people coming in from clients.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I really hone down and focus on, when really sometimes I should back off slightly and start focusing on other things. Otherwise I'll always be chasing myself a little
because
bit.
you said to me off camera, you said, yeah, I don't want to be hairdressing forever.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm guessing that you don't want to keep getting busy, because otherwise you've got to grow a business again.
Of course, yeah,
to
yeah,
offload it. I'm talking to all the self-employed hairdressers.
No, yeah, you know.
You've got to make some big decisions.
Yeah.
Do you want to be hairdressing
No, yeah.
for, or are you going on a purpose? So you're providing that content, you're putting it out there, and you mentioned brand deals, because that's something that a lot of people look at and think, this is how I'm going to get rich.
Yeah.